All right, are you there?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see what it does this time. There you are.
Mother effer. Okay.
Okay, we're good. So now we can go live. La la la. I love seeing your beautiful face.
It's a tired, beautiful face, but it's a face.
Well,
Tired.
it's okay. Sharing a group. Here we go. And next. Bum 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 bum.
Let's talk about it.
Oh, go live. Here we go. Add a title. Title.
Can't forget the title.
Embarrassing much?
Son of a bitch.
Do. Yeah, baby.
Woohoo!
Oh my gosh. Not lying. I have been, like, yesterday was seriously like 18 hours of focused on business, which is good. Oh, look, there we are. Can I hear us? Okay, cool. There we go. Awesome. So we are live and I can hear us. I verified that other people can see us and hear us. Woo!
It takes like 5 minutes to verify. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Right? So I have it so that comments pop up. So when people come on, we can get their comments. So today we are talking about embarrassing things that happen during sex or before sex, or things that are embarrassing that stop us from even wanting to have sex. I call those the pleasure pillagers.
Ooh. That's nice.
Yes.
Write that down. And so when you write your book, you can talk about that.
Pleasure pilfering.
That I went totally dirty there.
Pleasure pilferage. That's what I wrote on the little lizard that I put on earlier today. Pleasure pilferage. You know, it's that alliteration that is nice. So okay, let's get right into it and talk about something you posted about yesterday. Porn. Go for it, girlfriend. I want to hear what you got to say.
The porn. Okay. So some like porn, some don't, but it's out there. And in the realm of embarrassing things, you know, a lot of people kind of look at porn as their guide, and some kids actually learn about sex when it comes to porn, you know, sneaking the porn videos and, you know, and so that's like some kids, that's their first image of sex.
Right.
And it's just
more and more now than ever before.
Yeah. Well, it's free everywhere. You don't even have to click, you know, are you 18 to see this?
Right.
You porn and you jizz and you this and you that.
Yeah.
You click it in and then it's free for anybody, unfortunately.
Exactly.
But it's not reality. You know, we just want to point that out. It's not reality. And to keep in mind that your sex is not supposed to go as smooth as what any porn video does. And I had posted on there too that if you are on a porn site and you want to see Jenna Jameson, you know, poop on stage or, you know, get cum in her eye or something.
Or shoot her squirt at the camera guy. Those are great.
Yeah. I mean, all you have to do is type in bloopers. They are real human beings. So embarrassing things and mistakes happen, but just realizing that porn is fantasy and it's not reality. I mean, if there is times that I remember that sex has went smooth like butter and I'm like, oh, that's great.
Right.
9 times out of 10, something happens. Somebody farts. I queef.
Right.
You know, I have to sneeze and shoot a dick out, you know.
Oh. That's the best. Or you cough, right? You cough. It's like, oh.
Sorry.
So, sorry, not sorry that my muscles down there are strong.
Yeah, exactly. So that is something that I wanted to share with everyone, that it is at our leisure to watch Hollywood adult video stars make mistakes, and it is hilarious and like calming to know that that happens to them as well, and that sex is real and things happen, and yes, they're embarrassing or they can be funny as hell, but not to have it stop you, from continuing on.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, expecting your sex life to be like a porn is like expecting your real life to be like, the Disney fairy tales. It's, come on. Life would be boring if it was like that. I mean, laughter is one of the most amazing, erotic, sexy things ever. It feels good. People love to laugh. It's in our nature. And when you allow yourself that freedom to laugh during sex, your sex life gets better exponentially. It just does. Come on. Well, I can't say we've all, but most of us have had somebody in our life who just makes us laugh. And when you can do that big belly laugh, like pee your pants laugh with somebody, you feel so comfortable with them. Sex is so much better when you feel that comfortable and vulnerable with somebody. So, yeah, absolutely. And remember, it's edited. Even the amateur porn gets edited.
Yep.
Okay, look, if it's a video, it can be edited.
Yep.
So
Yep.
just don't compare yourself. Don't set up those expectations, because it's the expectation that is the downer. It's what kills you. Go in there and have your boundaries and know what you want, but don't hold somebody up on this pedestal, because eventually, pedestals erode and they fall and they tumble, and somebody gets hurt inevitably when that happens. So yeah. So usually in porn, when somebody does something that looks like this, okay, my husband bought these cookies yesterday, and the first thing you do is you take it apart, right? You don't usually just eat the cookie. I got to take it apart. It looks like poo. It's a turd.
I didn't know we were using poop props today.
Right? I mean, it looks like a turd. So anyway, so I mean, unless it's specifically a video about that, and there are a lot of people who love feces and they love shit and it makes them happy, and go ahead, Google that shit, see what happens.
Be safe if you do it. Be safe.
Oh yeah, because you're gonna find all kinds of stuff. Like the other day, I sent you that message the other day where I said, haha, looking for funny memes about sex and embarrassing acts, and I typed in poop and sex. Oh my God. Did I find some interesting stuff?
That's all I think of is 2 girls, 1 cup. And if you are not ready for that, don't watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, okay, poop happens. Look, if you're having anal sex, poop happens.
Yeah.
There are things that you can do to prepare for anal sex. Okay, and that, again, we talk about this every week, communication.
Yep.
Having that communication with your partner that anal sex might be involved, it helps you prepare your body. Okay, look, I know if we're going to be having anal sex that I'm not going to eat certain things that upset my GI tract. I'm not going to eat maybe within a certain amount of time. If I know my system and how it regulates, if I know that I poo 2 hours after I eat, guess what I'm not going to do 2 hours before I have sex? So there are things that you can do, and some people they have a cleansing ritual that they do, and that it becomes a spiritual thing, and it can be really beautiful. So you can actually include that in the whole process. It's not something.
Reference too. If anybody has seen the film Zack and Miri Make a Porno,
we should put a link to that.
A great film to talk about, like what you just talked about, and a mix of porn. Like they're making a porn, and they find all of these people, and they're doing anal, and he takes his dick out really fast, and she shits on the camera guy.
Yeah.
And
It
hilarious.
happens.
It does.
It
It does.
happens. And, here's the thing about anal sex. Like, you have two different sphincters. Okay, so you have the butthole sphincter. Okay, and then you have the rectum, and you've got that space in there that usually you clear out. Like if you're doing the cleansing rituals, you've cleared that out. That's the part where that's what happens when the sphincter above that opens up and lets some down there. That's when you're like, oh, turtle head poking out. It's because you can feel that you need to go, because now it's down touching the anus. So just because that part is cleaned out doesn't mean that right at the top of that second sphincter is cleaned out. So what happens is you go past that, up through that second sphincter, there's shit in everybody. There is shit there.
Yeah.
Okay? So sometimes you're going to get shit. Even if you've done the whole cleaning process and everything, sometimes there's going to be shit. And I've talked to guys about this, and they don't care. Like,
Yeah.
they don't get grossed out about it. They're like, well, there it is. Maybe the first time they might be a little like, whoa. But if you're having conversations about that and you can assure them that, hey, that happens, that's normal, it's no big deal.
Yeah, grab the baby wipes.
Yeah.
Have them next to the bed, whatever. It is. Yeah, I mean, and like you had said too, there are preparation things. I mean, anal play, especially if you're going to be dabbling into that, communication, like you had said, is one, but preparation, I would say that it is something that needs to be done. You can't just go, oh, I just want to, like in the porns where they go from, vaginal intercourse to anal intercourse. I mean, if you know for a shadow of a doubt that there's no poop up in there and you're ready for it and, slow, ease, wonderful sex, that's great. But if you want to do that, there is going to be a higher chance that some poopy's going to come out.
Right.
And that's just something that's going to happen.
Right.
But yeah, and then also with the anal play too, it can cause hemorrhoids or it can make hemorrhoids worse. And then you would also mention like having hemorrhoids too also can stop people from having sex.
Yeah.
And
it does. And especially, here's the thing, people don't realize that everybody has hemorrhoids. Most people don't realize that they do because they're up inside. Okay. If you've ever had like a little bit of a mucusy kind of poo, or you've noticed like when you wipe, there's a little bit of like jelly or mucus kind of stuff there, that's from hemorrhoids. That is actually kind of a covering that's on the hemorrhoids, and it's very normal. And everybody has them. Not everybody has external hemorrhoids, and that's what is usually embarrassing to people, especially if somebody's looking down there, And so what? They're looking down there. But if you've had those conversations and they understand, and sometimes, it can irritate hemorrhoids, especially if it's a little bit rougher. Okay, it's swelling. Look, your whole area down there gets engorged with blood. Well, what is a hemorrhoid? It's like a varicose vein in your butthole. Okay, so where's that blood going to go? It's going to go to the hemorrhoid. You may have some irritation of that, and that's okay. Sit in an Epsom salt bath after.
Yep.
Okay. Preparation H works great for some things. I mean, it really more is kind of just a soothing, maybe take the itch away. It's never going to take the hemorrhoids away. Okay. It's never going to, but hey, it works great for bags under your eyes. You can use Preparation H under your eyes if you have bags. Okay, don't get it in your eyeballs. But
just
yeah.
imagining assholes for eyes right now.
Well, I do makeup as well. I know, like, I don't always wear makeup on my videos, but I also do makeup for people and weddings. And a lot of times, the bride is tired because she's been prepping for this and she didn't sleep, and maybe she cried last night because she's so excited. Okay, bags. I whip out the Preparation H. Here we go. And people are like, what are you doing? Well, that's what it's for. So yeah, I mean, it works.
Asshole eyes. That's
yeah. Well, your eyes are being assholes right now. So, yeah, a lot of people think that the Preparation H is going to fix it. It's not going to fix it, but it will kind of help. Honestly, Epsom salt baths are the biggest thing, and talk to your doctor. And if your doctor doesn't listen to you, find someone who does.
Yeah. Definitely. And we've been saying kind of on and off throughout everything too that, when anything comes to your sexuality and your sexual health, obviously rule out the medical and the physiological part of it all, but that's really all they're really kind of there for. And like you had stated before, and a couple of times you've stated this, and so have I, that, most doctors aren't, knowledgeable in the sexuality field.
Right.
They
They don't
are
have to take a lot of classes on that. The
yeah, and
average is 3 to 10. 3 to 10 credit hours.
yeah, which is
Like
ridiculous.
3 classes.
Yeah, and we're going through an ungodly amount of hours studying human sexuality and sexology and coaching, and I'm glad that I am, to be real honest with you. But anyway, that's a different, I digress. But yeah, embarrassing things happen. And we have a slew of things. You could pee a little, and that's confused with female ejaculation, and that's two different things. Okay. Yep. And I've covered that before. But you pee a little, or you, like I said, you cough and you shoot the dick out of you.
or it's messy. Like sex can be really messy.
Yeah. Yes, it can,
Okay. That's what towels and washing machines are for. You mess up your sheets, okay, put them in the wash.
Shit, there's been times that I've messed up my sheets and I'm like, it's late at night and I was just gonna go to bed and I don't feel like changing my sheets. I just throw a towel down until the next day and sleep on the towel.
Yeah, and there are all kinds of products out there too that kind of help to soak up any of the liquids and stuff. I mean, yeah. And okay, so here's another one. Bringing that up, let's look at some of the more serious stuff that really it stops people from even wanting to engage in sex. Some people will still do it, but the worry and the shame about it keeps them from really enjoying sex if they're not avoiding it altogether. So let's look at first people who struggle with having an orgasm or ejaculation.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Definitely. It's more so of a problem within the female realm, but it is still an issue with men too, of not being able to ejaculate or stay hard. That's right. Another thing in it. And so they tend to avoid it because it is embarrassing. We have been pounded into our heads that
pounded.
I'm going to keep using that. It's been pounded into our heads that the end goal of sex is orgasm or ejaculation. And, for the longest time, I even believed that as well. Mm-hmm. And there's so much. Okay, so let's say if it's a male-female partner and she didn't orgasm and he knows she didn't, and he feels bad about it, or he came too quick and she wasn't able to get off, there's a lot of shame with that, or there's a lot of pressure to perform for him better next time.
Right.
He even avoids it next time. Like, I don't want to do that again. That was embarrassing. I obviously don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and blah, blah, blah. When it comes to the woman not being able to orgasm. So it's just a lot of work.
Yeah. Like we talked about pain, chronic pain, and sex. And there are a lot of people who have chronic pain that absolutely 100% need their medication that they're on. So maybe they've even talked with their physicians and they've tried different options, and the medications that they're on inhibit some of their nerve receptors so that they are either, it takes them a really long time before they can orgasm, or they can't orgasm at all. And it's so frustrating for them and shameful. And they think that there's something wrong with their body, and then they just get into this whole shame cycle of, it's me and I'm a bad person, I don't deserve to have pleasure, and all of that. And it's really important to address that with ourselves and with our partners, because we have to be able to express that, and that kind of takes us over into expressing our needs. We're ashamed oftentimes to express our needs. And if you're somebody who needs maybe a vibrator with direct stimulation of the clitoris, or maybe you're a male who really loves to have your prostate stimulated and you don't want to express that to your partner, then those are the things that you're going to work with your sexologist about, to be able to communicate that and feel comfortable and safe and like you have the right to do that, because we have to express that. And instead of letting expressing it keep us from having sex, or you're sitting there and you're having sex with your partner and they're like, hey baby, do you like it? And you're like, yeah, I like it. If you don't like it, don't say you like it.
Yeah.
And
But I think that comes to the part of being shameful as well. Like it's just a vicious circle of I have to pretend I like it, because if I say that I don't like it, then they're going to get pissed or they're going to get upset, and then our relationship's going to crumble. And oh my God, it's just
shame and fear rule our lives, man. They really do, and they don't have to. And hopefully people who are coming on here, I know that they want to have more of that conversation with people, and they just don't know how in our shame society that we have today. So that's something that definitely, you and I should probably think about maybe doing a workshop on that one, I think. Because it really is shame and fear. They pilfer our pleasure, and that's just not okay.
And if any of you are wondering, why haven't you guys done a workshop yet? It's because Miss AJ told me she was going to do a workshop with me until I had my damn website up. Well, listen here, ma'am. I added up, ma'am.
So I did because it was a goal that you had, so I'm helping you reach that goal, baby girl.
You did. I wanted to do workshops, or I'm like, let's do the workshops, and you're like, no. Not until you.
That's right. That way people can contact you on there. You can post that workshop on there.
Yes. So thank you for that, even though I sound bitter about it. I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did it. Yes, my website will be up. Awesome. And then I don't think you've shared yours on here yet.
Nope, I was waiting for you, honey.
Good. Well, you share yours first. Mine will be up in a day, so then I'll share it whenever it's ready.
Okay. I will share mine today at some point today for sure.
And let's just take this last few minutes, I guess, for a conclusion statement on the embarrassing things. And then also I would like to make a conclusion statement on making it clear of what you do and what I do.
Definitely.
Okay. So let's make a conclusion statement. I'll make one. You can make one. So embarrassing things happen. There's no reason to be
shit happens.
Literally shit happens. Sneezes happen, coughs happen, pee happens. There's no reason to be shameful for not being able to orgasm. That's why sexologists and sex coaches are here, because there's always a solution to anything, literally anything. And when you think, no, I've tried everything, have you really? I don't think so. So that's why we're here. But yeah, there's no reason to be embarrassed, and there's no reason to bite your tongue over anything. Speak up.
Yes, and that was basically what. Sorry, I'm replying to somebody on there. That was basically what I was gonna say. Is shit happens. It's okay to not know something. Ask questions. The difference between stupidity and ignorance. Stupidity is, I have no idea, and I'm not going to take any action to find out, versus ignorance, I have no idea, but I'm willing to learn. Okay? I'm ignorant about so many things. That's okay, because I'm willing to learn. Difference between ignorance and stupid. Okay? And express your needs. Period. You expressing your needs opens the door for your partner to express their needs, for you to provide them with the maximum pleasure as well.
Yep.
Okay, ladies, research shows that most men reach their height. They might have orgasms a long time ago, whatever. they reach the height of their excitement and pleasure by pleasuring the woman. Period.
Or their other partner.
Right,
Yeah.
or their, yes, by pleasuring their partner, okay? By helping their partner reach pleasure. So don't be afraid to express your needs because it helps them reach their pleasure potential as well.
It does. It does. All right, well, that's the conclusion for that. So we just wanted to also make it clear that we've had a lot of people reach out to us about what exactly we do with some roadblocks and hurdles that they might be expressing or having in their lives. And we just want to make it very clear. So we just want to always welcome anybody to private message either of us. It does not have to be both of us, but either of us, or it can be both of us if you're not sure. So what we do is we do have specific, demographics. We have our niches of what we like to do and who we like to help. And it doesn't mean that we can't help anybody and everybody. It's just that's what we specialize in, and we feel that we are connected to certain people more so. And if you do come to us and we're not, either of us are able to help you, we have a slew sex coaches in our back pocket that we can always recommend you to as well. So, but my niche and my desire is couples and around family planning as well. So couples of any sexual orientation or identity, gay, lesbian, queer, bisexual, transsexual, whatever. I do lean more towards the heterosexual couples just because I am heterosexual, but it doesn't mean that I am not equipped or tooled to not help the LGBT plus A plus community. But couples are my niche, and family planning around that as well. So I'm also a big advocate for comprehensive age-appropriate sex education. And because there are so many laws and rules in each state and they're all different, I'm directed at the parents. There are no laws that says that I cannot teach parents how to talk to their kids about sex. So I do offer that as well. I was also a 16-year-old mom, so that's why I'm really strong on that. And then also, around pregnancy as well. So that's what my niche is. And you go ahead, tell yours.
Okay, so I am 42 years old, and my son is out of the house. And I focus, originally I started focusing on trauma because I am a childhood sexual assault survivor, as well as an abusive survivor
and thriver.
Okay, I work with that. I study that. I studied the brain, and I started with that. So I love working within that realm. As long as I do not do psychotherapy because I am a coach. Okay, I am a coach, a sexologist, not a psychotherapist. So I will refer people who have trauma backgrounds. If they have not gotten the help that they need as far as their psychological needs, then I absolutely 100% will refer out. If it is somebody who is needing more how to embrace their sexuality around, after trauma, and they're feeling like their psychological needs have been met, but they're wanting to set some goals and move forward with those goals, we are golden. I am there for you. So that I work with that. And when you look at my website, you'll see it's mostly empty nesting, moms over 40, I say moms on fire, and getting your life, your love, and your passion back. Okay, so whereas you're working on that kind of younger, maybe, they have younger children and they're working on how to have that dynamic, I kind of work on the other end of that spectrum. Again, I am familiar and comfortable working in the queer community as well. I think both of us feel very comfortable and passionate about that. And comprehensive age-appropriate sexual education.
Yes.
Which I love working with my niche group of the older crowd, because maybe they aren't aware of the needs and things like that of kids. So how do they talk to their grandkids about it? What do I do if my, my 3-year-old grandson asks me about, where babies come from, and having those conversations with their kids about having that with their kids. So so it's a wide world out there of what people need. And again, if you and I are not feeling like we can help somebody who comes to us, we definitely can refer out. We have this huge group of amazing, qualified people who we work with.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay. Well, that's all we have to say.
All right. Shit happens, people.
I'm never fucking looking at a cookie the same. I'm still going to eat it. But I'm going to, yeah. You got shit in your mouth.
Bye, guys. Love you.
Bye-bye.